So who are you going to vote for?
Bugs Bunny.
No. Seriously.
I'm serious.
Shut up.
Voting for Bugs Bunny. There's a little ballot for write-in candidates. I'm going to write in Bugs Bunny.
You're going to vote for Bugs Bunny for President of the United States?
Yes.
Bugs Bunny.
Voting for Bugs Bunny.
Why?
I like Bugs Bunny. I always have.
Oh, have you considered Foghorn Leghorn or Daffy Duck?
Daffy Duck for president? Get real.
All right, so who are you really voting for?
I'm voting for Bugs Bunny.
All right, I get it, Brad. You don't want to tell me. I understand. I respect that.
I'm telling you, I'm voting for Bugs Bunny.
Come on, no you're not.
Yes, I am.
You're voting for Bugs Bunny?
Yes, Owen.
Oh, so you want to throw your vote away?
I'm not throwing it away. I believe in Bugs Bunny. I think he makes a great president. He's brash, he's smart, he's self-assured, knows how to get things done, and in the end, he sure as hell knows how to win a conflict.
Bugs Bunny can't actually be our president, Brad.
Why not?
He's not a person. He's a rabbit.
I don't think there's a law that says no rabbits.
Okay, but let's just say people all over America go batshit crazy, and they pencil in Bugs Bunny, and Bugs Bunny wins. What would happen?
Bugs Bunny would be president.
Okay, all right. At the inauguration, who steps up to accept the presidency?
Bugs Bunny.
He's a cartoon, man.
So?
He's not flesh and blood.
Pixar can make things look pretty real.
All right, but they can't put up a movie screen at the president's inauguration.
Why not? They could put a screen up there or a TV. TV might be easier.
So they just wheel a TV around wherever President Bugs Bunny goes.
Yeah, sure. People love to watch television in this country.
So they wheel it around the Oval Office, a White House lawn, Air Force One.
Sure, it's not hard.
So when the president goes to visit steel workers or goes to an orphanage, in comes the TV.
Sounds good to me.
So our president will be a television.
No, our president will be Bugs Bunny on a television.
Yeah, but how's he going to speak to the press or give a State of the Union address or go to a summit meeting? Bugs Bunny can't actually talk.
Have you ever actually seen Bugs Bunny?
Or he's just speaking lines from a script.
Isn't that what all presidents do?
Yeah, but Bugs Bunny's entire persona is an illusion created by a team of people behind the scenes. All right, listen.
Interesting.
Yeah. Listen, you vote for Bugs Bunny, you're saying fuck you to the whole political system.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. The political system in this country is one in which we can vote for whomever we choose, right?
Yeah, but if you vote for someone who has no chance of winning, then you are essentially voting for no one.
Oh, you mean like Ron Paul, or Newt Gingrich, or Rick Perry, or Michelle Bachmann?
Okay, Ron Paul is not Bugs Bunny.
No, you're right. He looks more like Wile E. Coyote.
All right, but you get my point, don't you?
No, absolutely not. I think if I get the word out there, Bugs Bunny could make a serious run.
Really?
Yeah.
So tell me, where does Bugs Bunny stand on some of the major issues?
I don't know, but I know this. Bugs Bunny's not a socialist.
Neither is Barack Obama.
Yeah, but a lot of people think he is. No one thinks Bugs Bunny is a socialist.
Stupid.
Bugs Bunny's not a Muslim either.
Obama's not a Muslim.
Yeah, but a lot of people think he is. No one thinks Bugs Bunny is a Muslim.
Right.
A lot of people thought Bush was a moron. No one thinks Bugs Bunny is a moron.
You're serious about all this, aren't you?
Yeah.
What happened to you, man? You used to care.
Did I?
Your vote matters, Brad.
Oh, does it? Let's do a recap. Presidents in my lifetime. Lyndon Johnson. There's a little thing called the Vietnam War. Nixon, Watergate, only president in our history to resign. Then Gerald Ford took over, but only because of Nixon, whom he pardoned. And then he was only in office because of Spiro Agnew, who also resigned, and he did so for tax evasion and money laundering. Jimmy Carter, decent man, but totally bungled the Iran hostage situation. Then comes Reagan, the 80s, wealth, prosperity, and this little thing called the Iran-Contra scandal, where we were selling arms to terrorists and using the money to fund other terrorists. Then the first Bush comes along and pardons a whole slew of people convicted in the Iran-Contra scandal, then bombs Iraq to protect our Saudi oil. Clinton, sleazy as the day is long. The second Bush, who can you say Iraq and weapons of mass destruction? Iran, Iraq. You notice the pattern here? Now we have a president who is the most despised of all time. We are as divided as we've ever been. If my vote counts in all that, count me out. I'm voting for Bugs Bunny. Everyone likes Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny crosses party lines.
Voting for Bugs Bunny says you've given up.
Yeah, well, my life has never been affected by who's in office anyway.
Yeah, well, lucky you.
Hey! There's a candidate who can make me a better guitar player. There's a candidate who can help me pass these kidney stones. If there's a candidate who can make my wife be nicer to me, there's a candidate who can make my father remember who I am when I walk into his bedroom. If there's a candidate who can bring back my dead son, then I will fucking vote for him. Until then, I don't give a shit.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get through the day. You know what I'm saying, Owen?
Hot today?
Probably.
How the guys doing with baseball field?
Good. The sod came in an hour ago.
Did Carlos and Derek finish the planter boxes by the gymnasium last night?
Yes.
Hey, do you know what this school's mascot's gonna be?
No, I don't.
Hey, let's break off early for lunch. What do you think? Come on. Come on, the flowers will be here when we get back. Come on. We got 40 beds to do. We're not going to finish them all today. Hey, listen, I'll take you to that sandwich shop you like. You get that disgusting meatball concoction you love.
You know, my son would have gone to this high school. Like your daughter will.
Come on, Brad.
My little boy always loved Bugs Bunny.
You know what I think, Brad? I think you should vote for Bugs Bunny. Come on. Let's get some lunch.
Barry and I'd like to thank you all for your love and support, for your blessings and your wishes. This is the most joyous day of my life, you know. Marrying the man that I love, who I know I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. You know, I am proud of my city and my state for recognizing that the love between two men should be honored in exactly the same way as the love between a man and a woman. You know, not every state can say that. But you know, this isn't just about the empowerment of gay people to marry each other, right? You know, this is about the empowerment of all people. Okay? Now, speaking for Barry and myself, I'll let Barry speak for himself, right? But only this one time.
Thank you, Timmy, for that rare opportunity. Seriously, though, I want to echo Tim's appreciation, love, and sentiment for all of you. For years, we faced such adversity in formalizing our relationship, which was disempowering. But today, I want to express our empowerment as Americans and as citizens of this great state, and as two men in a committed relationship. The issue of gay marriage is an important social issue, not only in America, but across the world. And today, I feel so much power, I feel overjoyed because I'm going to spend the rest of my life with the man I love and call him my husband.
Okay. Good job, guys. Good job. Okay, we got 3 more rehearsals till we open. So, need you to kick it up a notch, a little bit. Tomorrow we'll start with the wedding speech again, and we'll do the kiss. Probably 2 or 3 more times. I need the audience to feel the love and the passion between Tim and Barry. I mean, it's gotta be palpable. It's gotta be, Gary Barry, I need more. I need more face, more gesture, more inflection. There's a little difference in the vocality, a little more. Remember, these guys are in love. And Kim Jim, just a little more. Watch the inflection a little bit. Watch the volume. Remember, these guys are in love. The audience is going to be full of gay friendly, gay family, gay friend, gay-ish. So you are embodying right here, right now, the hopes and dreams and desires and everything that these folks want. So you need to take this moment to empower them. This is a moment of magnitude, and it's majestic, and it's magnitudinous majestically, and you got to be magnetic in the majesty. You don't All right. So costumes. Be careful with them. Hang them up neatly. Pretend you're gay. All right. 6 o'clock call tomorrow. We start promptly at 6:30.
Okay, Chris, thanks.
Thank you, Chris.
Good notes, man. Thanks.
Hey guys, great.
Hey,
Rehearsal looks better and better every time. Barry, you are so sweet. You really showed Debra's heart. Baby, you are such a great actor. People will never know how straight you are. I'm gonna go home and watch JoJo. I'll be waiting for you.
I love you, babe. I'll be home quick. Man, this play has just been such a unique experience, you know. It's just been so enlightening. I never really realized what an important social issue this was, you know. Straight actors playing gay characters, you know. It's just strange, you know, not to be stuck in stereotype, you know, to only playing straight characters. You know, it's like, if we're secure in our heterosexuality, right, you know, we should welcome the chance to play gay characters, you know, and be given that chance. You know, we as straight actors should have the same rights as gay actors to play gay characters and be given that chance.
You are so right. It's about our empowerment as heterosexual actors who are confident in our sexuality to play gay characters. And this is an issue not just for us, but about the entire acting community. It's an important social issue. You know, it's a funny thing, kissing you in the play, because as a heterosexual man kissing another heterosexual man, it's
right.
There's no turn on, you know?
No.
Just reinforces my masculinity and informs my attraction to women. I like kissing a woman's soft lips. Sure. Yours are so rough and firm. Not like a woman's. Just speaking as a straight man.
No, dude, ditto. I know totally what you're saying. It's like, Sasha's lips are just so soft and feminine, you know? It's just, I really love kissing her.
I know what you mean, man. It's the same with my girlfriend.
You know, I don't know why people make such a big deal out of one guy kissing another guy if they're straight actors. You know, it's important to inform the characters in the play. You know? That's what I think anyway.
It informs us as artists and liberates us to be for the betterment of society in general.
Absolutely, dude. I totally agree. You know, it's like, we are part of the social progress of this nation, you know? And this is empowering for all people. And scene. Great, that's great. Nice job. Listen, we only got a few more rehearsals till we open. So I think we need to run the heterosexual decompression scene a few more times. Nick, nice work. I believed you were straight. Jerry, you're doing great. But just, butch it up a little, we want the audience to believe that you really have a girlfriend, Remember, we're gonna have a lot of straight actors in the audience, and we need to highlight the actor empowerment theme to properly represent this community. This play is about the issues facing straight actors playing gay characters, the reinforcement of their security in their heterosexuality and support of the straight actor community through their empowerment to play homosexual characters in socially relevant plays. I want to see you kick it up a notch in terms of artistic integrity, in terms of risk, as the straight actors playing gay characters.
Thank you very much.
Jordan,
Great
Jordan,
notes.
Jordan, thanks so much. Yeah. We'll take that into account.
Butch it up.
Wow, yeah, Barnabas. Okay, wait.
Well.
Jerry. Great rehearsal, man. I was watching from the wings. I see a Tony Award in your future. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't stop.
Hey. Great rehearsal. The show is great. It's great. It really is. You are such a wonderful actor. The way you captured the essence of the straight actor community, it's just so empowering to see you like this. Makes you look even more attractive. I can't wait until you open. So, I'll see you back at your place?
How about this time we go back to your place?
Oh, but that was a good one. But seriously, what time?
I'll give you 45 to get changed, and then I have to go to the pharmacy to get the,
Oh, I do. So, I'll see you later, baby. Oh, Jerry, you do God's work on stage. No, I'm kidding.
Your something work is right. I never realized we were doing such important work here, as gay actors playing straight characters and not being stereotyped and typecast to only playing gay characters. But this is an important social issue.
You're right, even though in this situation we are gay men playing straight characters who are playing gay characters, still we're playing straight characters. And I just didn't know how liberating that would feel, just to...
Yeah. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
My water went down the wrong pipe there.
Oh.
Nice tattoo.
Oh. What about you? You got any ink?
Oh, no, I wouldn't, because... Well, yeah, I thought about it.
You really should. You need to get out there, and really live your life. It's all about empowerment, Jared. You need to express yourself.
Well, maybe you're right. I think I live too cautiously, and Jordan's right. I just don't take enough risks.
You are a great guy, right? And a good actor. You need to take power.
What is up with you and Alexa? That was a surprisingly intimate exchange.
Oh, we've been hooking up since the start of rehearsals.
You've been hooking up with Alexa. What, are you bi?
No, dude, why would you say that?
Are you straight?
No. Look, just because I am a gay man doesn't mean that I shouldn't be allowed to have sex with a woman. We should all be allowed to have sex with whoever we want to. Besides, See how hot she is?
I give you that, she's very hot. You know, I think that you are probably not averse to, just judging from the size of things, that you're not averse to hooking up with fellow cast members. Is that right?
Oh, no, God, no. You know, I think that it helps better inform the character, you know? And it helps make the play more real. Like, in the scene where she, she kisses me when the play breaks and the whole play within a play thing, you know, it just, it's all about artistic freedom, you know? You know, Jerry, you really need to think out of these societal conventions that you seem to be mired in, you know? You need to get out there and take risks. The world's full of possibilities for gay men.
What about your boyfriend, though? I mean, doesn't he mind that you're sleeping with women, with, other people?
No. Well, I mean, we don't talk about it, but... Burke understands that there do not need to be limits placed on our interpersonal expression and exploration. The more confident that I am as a gay man and his lover, the more I bring to the relationship.
Listen, Nick, I have a confession to make. You know, that scene in the play where Gary says to Jim, in the play within a play, that he doesn't like kissing him. It's kind of ironic because, I really do like kissing you, and I'm very attracted to you, and I was hoping that maybe we could hook up sometime. I mean, we have so much in common. We're both gay men playing straight men, playing gay men, addressing important social issues. I feel such a connection to you. Your boyfriend would have to know. You know, maybe it would empower us as fellow gay actors working together to take our professional relationship to a new personal level.
Well, that is really flattering. I feel a connection to you too. You are a good friend. I think that maybe our relationship needs to stay as just friends. Oh, God, how do I say this? Can I be straight up with you?
By all means, please, yes.
Kissing you in the play within a play. Well, I mean, it's all right. It's all right. It's just, it's not a real turn on, you know? Like, Burke has these strong, masculine lips, you know? And just, you have got these, sort of soft, feminine gay lips, and it just sort of reaffirmed my attraction to straight men. I hope you understand.
Well, I appreciate your honesty. But, maybe you and Burke are not being so honest with yourselves. I mean, maybe Burke is not so straight if he's having sex with you.
No. Burke is totally straight. He's got a wife and 3 kids. All right? He's got 2 more with his baby mama. He's the deacon of his church, for Christ's sake. And he has just got these strong, masculine lips. As a gay man, I could not be expected to only limit myself to only having sex with other gay men. I mean, that would be totally disempowering. This is an important societal issue. It's bigger than us. It's not just about the empowerment of gay men who are attracted to straight men. It is also about the empowerment of those straight men to have sex with those gay men who are attracted to them. Don't you get it?
I guess so. I guess I'm being a little narrow-minded.
That's more like it. You know, I think this was a really empowering conversation. Well, I'm going to go meet Burke. I will see you at rehearsal tomorrow. Okay?
See you tomorrow, dude. Disempowering bitch.
it, Trudy? Is it a good morning?
I was just trying to be pleasant. Can't we just let bygones be bygones? We're not going to debate Nixon versus McGovern again.
No, because you would lose. McGovern is a goddamn communist. Now, Nixon, there is a guy that you can trust.
Coffee?
Of course I will have coffee. Don't I have coffee every morning?
What would you like for breakfast?
What do I usually have?
How would you like your eggs?
Over easy. Not running.
Over medium, then.
What did I just say? I swear you don't listen. I said over easy.
But not running.
Right. And some bacon. Bacon. Now there is a good thing.
Not to the pig, it's not.
Do you have to turn something as innocent as a tiny piece of bacon into a political statement of your liberal ideals?
Do you want bacon for breakfast, darling?
Don't change the subject.
You brought it up.
Yes, please, I will have bacon. Oh, crispy, not burnt, please.
I know.
The last 3 times it was burnt.
I'll do better this time.
I'm just saying, crispy is better.
And not burnt.
Right.
Mm-hmm. White bread?
Are you implying something?
Just want to know if you want white bread for toast.
No. You are implying that I am white bread.
That's just idiotic.
No. You think that because I'm a white heterosexual male that I get certain privileges in this world.
I said no such thing.
You implied it.
Well, don't you?
Oh, now it comes out.
What?
You think that I haven't had to work to get to where I am?
Well?
You think it's because my father owns the company that I don't bust my butt every day as a partner?
You sit in an office and talk on the phone all day.
I do plenty in that office, all right? Plenty.
Oh, that's right. You also go to fancy lunches with the clients. Do you know the last time I had a fancy lunch, Peter? When I had cocoa vin from a Tupperware container.
Yeah. And who paid for that cocoa?
And who cooked that cocoa vin?
As if that equates. You know, I don't see you complaining about the salary that I bring home, so you can afford this big house and these nice things.
What are you trying to say, Peter?
You and all of your hippie friends just love to talk about how evil big business is and how all the millionaires should just give their money away so you can sit in the park and smoke pot and complain about the unfairness of it all.
I have not smoked pot since college, and as I recall, you smoked it then too. Nor do I sit on my ass all day complaining.
What exactly is it that you do?
Would you like a rundown of my schedule?
You can talk and cook at the same time. You think you can handle it?
Ha ha.
So what is your schedule?
Here is what I do all day. Oh, when I'm not sitting on my ass smoking pot, that is. I get up at 6 a.m., I get the kids up, get them ready for school, make them breakfast, drive them to school, come home and make breakfast for you. Then I go to work at the shop until 2. Then I go to the bank, I pick up your dry cleaning, I go to the grocery store, pick up the groceries, come home, unload the groceries, go pick up the kids from school, take them to the park for an hour so they can play, come home, homework, make dinner, more homework, laundry, have dinner with you and you Olsen at 7:30, then get the kids ready for bed, tuck them in, and fall into bed exhausted. And then get up and do the whole thing the next day.
That must be nice.
What must be nice?
work part-time, hang out in the park with the kids all day because Daddy brings home the bacon.
So now you think I'm living off of you?
Well, you don't have a real job, do you?
What would you call it?
Socialism.
What?
Now think about it. All right. I work hard at my job, all right? I make a lot of money because I earn it, all right? And you basically get to play at your job and hang out with the kids all day, and yet I am expected to share all of my money with you.
Your money?
And the children who don't even work.
Oh, you are just incredible.
I'm sorry, is that your argument? I'm sorry. I guess that's the best that the socialist like you can come up with, huh?
A socialist, huh? Well, here is one member of the proletariat that's going on strike right now.
Hey! The hell!
Make your own goddamn breakfast.
But I'm still hungry.
I've waited for you for such a long time. I still love you. After all these years.
What happened to the waiter? It's been almost 10 minutes already. Finally. Look it. Is he pretending he doesn't see us? Waiter!
His name is Drew.
Why has he got to tell us his name? Waiter!
Hey!
Good evening.
Can I get you folks something to drink? Folks?
Which of these Sauvignon Blancs do you recommend?
I don't know. I don't really like wine.
Oh.
I don't drink alcohol.
Would you ask the bartender then?
Sure, no problem.
Excuse me. I'll have a Manhattan straight up, please.
No problem.
Was he chewing gum?
Look like it.
I can't believe it.
He must be new.
Don't they train their waiters anymore?
At least it's slow tonight.
You must not know who we are. Not that I'm expecting any special treatment just because I'm the mayor.
I thought you were going to leave that at home.
Sorry, but there is a call I do have to take.
Just keep it on vibrate. Give yourself a little thrill.
Hey,
Hey again.
the bartender recommends this one.
The Pascal Jolivet.
I don't know. I don't speak French.
Fine.
My Manhattan?
Oh, yeah. No problem.
Oh, I'm so glad it's not a problem.
I can't decide between the...
You know, you pay $30 for an entree, you expect decent service. Oh, here he comes. Without a tray. No tray.
What?
He's not using a tray. I ordered that straight up. That's on the rocks.
Oops. My bad.
But never mind. We'll just order our dinner before the earth cools. Honey?
Oh, you've changed your menu, I see. Oh, I'm wavering between the coquille Saint-Jacques or the shrimp Pinon. Which do you recommend?
I'm not sure.
What do you prefer?
I don't eat seafood. I'm a vegan.
I'll have the scallops.
New York strip for me, medium rare. Coquille Saint-Jacques for the lady. New York strip for me, medium rare.
Want to split a Caesar?
Fine. And we'll share Caesar salad. Oh, and a knife.
A knife?
Well, I didn't get one with my place setting.
That's strange.
Stranger things have happened.
True that.
Oh, and some bread, please. Where'd they get this one?
He's cute.
He's gay.
I'm not going to jump his bones. I'm just saying. Oh, it's something about being young again, you know? It's a kind of translucence. They're not fully developed yet, of their awareness. It's beautiful to watch.
You know, I could show him how to increase his tips 10, 15% easy. Sorry. You know, when I was a waiter, we'd never get away with that kind of slipshod service. I mean, chewing gum, not knowing the wine list, no problem. You know, whatever happened to, you're welcome?
It's just their slang.
But you know, if he comes back and asks me if I'm still working on my dinner, I swear I will stab him with my fork.
Are you okay?
I'm hungry. How long does it take to bring some rolls?
You're more intense than usual tonight.
Well, for one thing, it's this business with Jack. Now, he's a good chief. I like him. But what is he doing getting a sexual harassment charge, especially with an election coming up?
I know. Hey, let's forget about politics, have a nice dinner, relax, be waited on.
Working on it. Yeah, it sure takes some hard work to lift a fork up to my mouth. You know, I was taught, are you still enjoying your meals, sir? Mm-hmm. But people don't want you to correct them. So they get defensive. I'd be helping him out, but he'd just resent me. He'd get all pissed off. He'd probably just spit in my food.
Oh, gross.
Look. What is the world coming to when you have to pay $100 for a meal and you have to worry about a waiter spitting in your food? I mean, come on, I'm the mayor.
I really don't think he's going to.
You know, in communist China, they used to have these self-criticism sessions. Everybody was supposed to say something about how they would improve themselves. Instead, they started talking about all of their neighbors' problems. And they would spy on each other, make shit up. The next thing you know, the neighbors end up in these re-education camps. My knife?
Oh, yeah. No problem.
Again, it's no problem.
This bread is delicious. Try some.
I don't have a butter knife.
The texture. Oh, use mine.
That's not the point. You know, I couldn't sleep at all last night. You were snoring to beat the band.
I do not snore. Do I?
1 minute, you're all hot, sweaty, and throwing the covers off. And then the next, you're cold, snuggling up to me, stealing all my heat. It went on like that all night long.
Can't help it. Hot flashes. So, what else is wrong?
It's this election. I've never seen such petty, mean-spirited. You know, Randolph actually has a chance to beat me. Randolph! Rich, reactionary jerk. The man has no ideas. Quotes Reagan like he's God. You know, you would think that people would recognize your accomplishments, your integrity.
They will. People will see through him. Anyone with a brain will know he's an ass. Listen. Freddie Cole, after all these years.
You youngin', the old town can
Oh, what a voice. Oh.
joking and laughing.
Damn, I'm sorry, babe. I really gotta take this call.
You okay, ma'am?
Ma'am? When did I get to be a ma'am? It was only yesterday I was a miss.
Can I get you some water or something?
No, it's half full.
Better than half empty.
One day you're desirable, carefree, and the next you're a snoring, sweaty, disgusting slob.
That's not true. You're still pretty. For someone your age.
Thanks, I think.
I meant it as a compliment. My mom says getting older is a good thing. It makes you stronger. So what if you got a few wrinkles? Grown a few pounds here and there?
Yeah. You're so young, there's a time in your life when you just stop and ask yourself, just who am I? Who have I become? I never thought that I would be a politician's wife, going to business luncheons, having just the right kind of smile, demure, not too toothy.
He's a politician?
Mayor.
Dang.
Oh, you look back on your youth, and it's like looking in the wrong end of a telescope. I look in the mirror and I ask myself, Lord, is that me?
You still look really nice.
Try to be flexible. Do the right thing by your husband. Oh, and try to be true to yourself. Now, maybe you do contort yourself. I just want to go through life being the most generous and authentic person I can possibly be.
My mom says for every one criticism, you should say 7 nice things.
7 positives for every negative.
Yeah, a way of balancing it. She says the critical things carry more weight, so we hear them more than we hear the good things.
That's very wise.
Yeah. Well, my boss sees me sitting here, he'll fire my butt. You still working on that salad?
Yes.
Your dinner should be out shortly.
Thank you.
Here you go, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, thank you. Sorry I had to take that call, but things are looking up.
What?
It looks like our boy Randolph has overplayed his hand.
And?
And I'll tell you about it later.
George, we forgot to toast. To your eyebrows.
My eyebrows?
I love how expressive they are. Oh, they dance when you talk. Oh, and your eyes. They flash when you get all riled up, and then when you calm down, they melt into a rich, warm brown. And your hands. Oh, I love how they know my body.
Cheers.
To this fabulous meal we're about to have. To your re-election, the people know that you're a good man. To our life together. You look handsome in that shirt. Real handsome.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Are you still working
We're
on
still enjoying it, Drew. Yes, very much. Thank you.
After all these
You're looking really good, Senator Dudley. Can we just do one more take of that last paragraph?
Oh, the last paragraph, certainly, yes. Last paragraph. Okay. I am no stranger to reaching across the aisle. In my time as governor, 11 key pieces of legislation have been passed thanks to my leadership in my own party, as well as working with Democrats. It's through focusing on our common goals that we can move our nation forward, asking something of every individual. Together, we'll restore the American dream.
Okay, and cut. Okay, that looks really good.
And it sounded good.
Yeah.
Andy, did you get the words compromise and sacrifice? Do you think you could bump the volume up on those words in the final edit?
I don't see what you're talking about, Mara. I don't think I said those words.
Synonyms, Albert, synonyms. Reaching across the aisle, asking everyone to sacrifice. Did you get your opponent to write this speech?
We could talk about my effectiveness as a governor. You know, I could give you 10 names of state senators who didn't get a damn thing done because they were never willing to bend on anything.
And I can give you 10 names of senators that will be reelected. And I think it's the same 10 names.
Well, when did sacrifice become a dirty word? Look, my grandparents did without lots of things during World War II, and I've always thought that it was noble.
Oh, great! Now we have the World War II veteran vote. You know, I'd be a lot happier if we had the middle-class guy who said, I'm always sacrificing. Make somebody else sacrifice for a change.
Hey, you gonna want to do another take, or can I just pack up and go?
Sit tight.
Mara, I appreciate what you're saying, but when you came on board the campaign, I already had certain themes in place.
And I wish that my predecessor had taken those themes to the maternity ward with her and left them there. This is the big time, buddy! You're on your way to Washington, D.C.! You know, the Republican Party's the porter that's going to come by and make sure you've paid your fare. You don't want to be thrown off the train.
I'm a conservative. Look at my record.
You walk the walk, but now you got to talk the talk. I mean, to be frank, Al, this party's kind of afraid your campaign's going to need life support. I had to call for help.
What? That's ridiculous.
John Boehner wants you in Washington. So he sent down some of his staff with a defibrillator to help jolt this campaign back to life. Come in.
Governor Dudley. Yes. And Charlie Paulson from John Boehner's office. How are you doing?
Thank you.
Miss Cutler sent me the text of your speech here. And from the looks of things, I'd say I've arrived just in time.
Thanks for coming, Charlie.
Before you know it, we'll have you walking and talking, Eliza, like a regular lady.
I don't want to talk like a lady.
All right, now certain things, when I look at this speech, I see the words sacrifice and compromise.
I don't use those words.
Well, you can get tricked by a rose by any other name, right?
Yes.
All right. Now, early in the speech, you mentioned something called the Affordable Care Act. I'm not sure I've heard of that.
And you just came from Washington. Are you kidding? Healthcare reform, Obama's signature legislation?
Oh, you mean Obamacare. I guess it sounded strange to me because I've never heard a Republican call it the Affordable Care Act.
I know where you're going with this, Charlie, but you know, Obamacare just doesn't have the same punch it used to. The Democrats are calling it that.
Yeah, I know, and it stinks that they stole our word from us. After all the focus groups and the money we sunk into coming up with this perfectly demeaning little term. Hang on. Okay, Steve? Hey, Charlie here. What is the word on Obamacare? Okay, that's the new one. Thanks, Steve. Okay. All right, word from Boehner's office. The new term we're going to use, Obama Stinky Care. We're pretty sure they're not going to steal that one from us.
You mean when he's debating the president, Mitt Romney is going to call it Obama Stinky Care?
You know, Mitt might use the word stinky a dozen times during the debate. That's because Mitt has gotten with the program. Unlike some people I know. Now, what's your position on health care reform anyway?
Well, I don't really have a plan.
So, you believe in common sense health care reform?
Common sense is the least common kind of sense there is. You know that, Al.
All right. Paragraph 2. You talk about people who are wealthy. I'm not quite sure who you mean.
You know, the highest wage earners.
Yeah, but the wealthy, who are these people?
I think he means the job creators, Charlie.
Bingo! Now, John Boehner is going to puke if he sees an ad with you saying the rich or the wealthy, and you don't want the Speaker of the House of Representatives puking, do you?
I suppose not.
All right. You're going to talk about how the government taxes these job creators, but we know the government doesn't tax them.
What do you mean? They pay more than anybody.
The government takes from them. You see how that sounds? Takes. The government is taking the job creators' money.
Sounds like class warfare, Charlie.
Who can stop it, Mara?
Maybe Governor Dudley can stop it.
Hey, you're not going to do any more takes and I can just take my stuff and go?
No.
Stay right there. All right. Now. Okay, you changed it.
Fortunately,
Yeah?
I got Al to change estate tax to death tax.
Okay, at least that. Now, the second paragraph, the end of it, you talk about how the government spends money. The government doesn't spend money, it wastes money. Remember that.
Got it.
Okay. Here you talk about the president's stimulus package. Remember, it's the failed stimulus package. Failed stimulus. I mean, that should just be automatic by now. There was a memo about this at least a year ago. And here, don't say you believe in capitalism.
What do you mean? Of course I do.
You believe in the free market.
Charlie, can't I just talk from the heart? Can't I just tell people what makes sense to me? Look, I got into politics because I wanted to make a difference in people's lives, not so that I could find some clever way to belittle my opponents.
You see the crap I gotta put up with, Charlie?
All right, sounds like we need to bring in the big guns.
Look, my position on the Second Amendment...
No, hold on. Speaker Boehner's office has a special way of dealing with recalcitrants like you that just don't seem to be getting with the program. Research shows that points sink in a little better when they're put into a musical form. Hit it.
It's the Obama Stinky Power Program, Carl.
If the Democrats push through an act and it's called Affordable Care, and you're tempted to say health reform, well, buddy, don't you dare. There's only one name for the bill, as you are now aware. So in your speeches you're to say, Obama Stinky Care. For agencies you have no taste.
Have no taste. Have no taste.
All they ever do is waste.
Do is waste. Do is waste.
Every regulation takes a worker's job away.
So we'll make jobs by firing those who run the EPA.
We fix the term estate tax with a word to use instead. And now the average voter says the tax is for the dead.
Never
Taxes
say you
never
raise
just go
tax,
up.
they just say tax hike. And tell the voters there's not a tax cut you don't like. Oh, oh, oh. All those guys with lots of dough.
Lots of dough, lots of dough.
They're creating jobs, you know.
Jobs you know with that dough.
Raise their taxes in the least, we'll all be out of luck. They'll stop making all those jobs.
And that would really suck. When speaking of the president, say failure all I can. A failure at job stimulus, a failure welfare plan. No politician with any sense ever speaks of compromise. And there's not a voter anywhere that wants to hear of sacrifice.
Oh, oh, oh.
I guess I kind of slipped.
Yes, you slipped.
Yes, you slipped.
Now I've gotta get on script.
Get on script.
Get on script. Use the right word every time.
And we'll celebrate.
When we've manufactured every word in the debate.
When we've manufactured every word in the debate.
Vote for Dudley.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's no other way of putting it. I appear to you tonight as a dead writer whose name you will recognize, but whose words here tonight you will not. For my appearance here is a totally fanciful concoction that would seek to put words into my mouth so that we may all pretend here that this writer, who has been dead for 102 years, speaks now with the working knowledge of your own life and times today. Such is the magic of theater, or so I've been scripted to say. Speaking of theater and scripted things, I must tell you that I tread upon a world tonight that I tread little upon in my lifetime as a writer. For during my career, I made very few attempts at playwriting. In truth, I considered playwriting to be a disagreeable form, and I did not much care for it, nor did the critics much care for my attempts at it. But during my lifetime, I did appear often on stage in a performance form that we called the lecture, on what was fittingly called the lecture circuit. Pretty starchy terms for what generally amounted to evenings of vaudeville. That is vaudeville without any singing or dancing or juggling acts or anything else that might spice up the proceedings a bit. You get the idea. But as I understand it, you have some new terms today for this general kind of performing, where it's one person up here talking at you and nothing else. One of the terms you use today, as I understand it, is stand-up. Is that right? Stand-up? It's a good term, too. Sounds less sedentary than lecture. And on that note, I guess it'd be a good idea if somebody in this room did stand up. But if the rest of you could all please remain seated in deference to my delicate sensibilities about public assemblies. For if we were all to stand up here, I might get the idea that something with a bit of ritual ought to commence here. Something akin to a church service or a political rally. That is to say, something that might give you the idea that whatever it is you're about to hear, you've heard umpteen times before, which nobody here wants to be doing, at least not intentionally. But now, as we speak, a great repeating ritual does fill the air all around us tonight. For an election year visits upon us all once again. Is it me, or do the election years seem to be getting longer and the years between them getting shorter? Assuming nothing has gone haywire with the Earth's orbit and time is in fact stable, I would offer to you the 21st century that you ought to consider you entering a new era. For it would seem that election cycles are ever-present things in your lives now, much like the cycles of the church season, repeating one after the other in endless succession until you die. And I would offer you would thus do well to find parallels between the election calendar and the church calendar, signposts, if you will, to remind yourselves of just where you are in time and what part of it you are repeating again now. For example, looking at this presidential primary season that you've recently survived, some might say it's a lot like Advent. Others might say it's more like Lent, stretched out over many more months than it ought to be. I would vote for the Easter season, for if those presidential primaries are any measure, more than few characters out there would seem to have risen from the dead. And I do not mean in any spiritual sense. But now, looking at your whole political environment that you're living in today, I have heard enough and read enough to get the idea that some of you are thinking that America has indeed embarked on some uncharted territory. A new age of extreme, polarizing politics. If it's any comfort to you, in my lifetime, we figured we'd gotten into some pretty divisive politics ourselves. That thing called the Civil War, which was a polarizing thing. We did get past it, and soon enough we embarked on an era of what we euphemistically called Jim Crow. Well, if there's a down-home way of saying government-enforced apartheid, I suppose Jim Crow would be it. But even through those difficult times, we did have a common thread that united us all. Our faith. We all had the same one. Well, pretty much. I mean, in that whenever it came to building a place of worship, it was going to be a church. Anywhere in America, it would be a church and not some temple or mosque or some such foreign thing. We were always building churches. In fact, we got to building so many of them, we started building them in faraway places too, like the Orient. It's true. Around the year 1900, America started sending Christian missionaries all the way to China. Figured it was time to enlighten those Chinese out of their backward Confucian ways with their Buddhism around the fringes by turning them all into Presbyterians. And so we sent a whole wave of Christian missionaries over there to start spreading the gospel. Meanwhile, back here at home, something else was spreading. Like I say, Jim Crow had arrived. In the wake of a horrific war and a very troubled Reconstruction, it was Jim Crow bringing with it that thing, that code of injustice posing as justice, as pervasive in local jurisdiction as it was absent from written law. Lynchings. What a strange thing had come upon the land. How strangely un-American it was. How strange in that it was a thing that only we could produce, and if not produce ourselves, and somehow tolerate in others among us. For before it was over, there would be in this land 5,000 lynchings committed decade after decade after decade, such that it would reach well into the lifetimes of many Americans alive today. And all the way through it. So many hundreds of times these things done in public view, so all would know. Now in these matters it might be said of us that we could not find, or we would not see, those better angels of our nature that somebody in that spring of 1865 believe we had it in us to see, while knowing how far we might fall if we would not see them. On these matters, my own thoughts would find more cynical expression. In the year 1902, I wrote an editorial. I suggested it was time we bring all those Christian missionaries home from China so they can get to work, start Christianizing this country. It was considered to be a polarizing editorial. As often the case with editorials, I don't need to tell you that. You see plenty of that today. On a completely different subject, I read an editorial recently that addressed this new reality you have today that corporations are people too. You may have seen this editorial. It suggested it was time you just up and do it. Just do it. Nominate a corporation for president. For if nothing else, it would end our society's long-standing prejudice against non-bodied people. Now, the fellow who wrote this claimed that nominating a corporation for president would naturally hold up in court. I think he was being facetious. And again, I've heard some things about your Supreme Court these days that would have me wondering. It would probably be a 5-4 decision. I understand you've had a few of those. And they have been very polarizing things. I would offer to you that extreme polarizing politics would seem to be standard equipment for our whole ongoing American experiment here, past, present, or future. Then again, we had a problem in my day that you don't have at all today. The Irish getting off the damn boats and spreading just like vermin. We could see it coming. Then came the Germans, and then the Italians. We had another name for them. And then the Polish, and then the Jews. We had a few other names for them. But no matter what you call them, all manner of immigrants, just whole waves of them, sat here just to take and take and take until America itself was on the verge of a very sorry and permanent transformation, out of which no good could come. Of course, that's not quite how it worked out. In fact, people back in my day who might be prone to having conniptions over immigration might, in hindsight, have reason to believe that he or she may have overreacted just a little bit. Not to say that we didn't have a whole goodly amount of poking and prodding from the politically established. No, sir. Some pretty big political poobahs stirring up the melting pot, exploiting fears of immigrants for political gain. Oh, that's all water under the bridge. Every single one of those anti-immigrant political parties and factions from my day, they all faded away. They're dead. They all rode off into the political sunset long ago. And even if they were able to resurrect themselves in some form today, how likely is it that there'd be so many Americans out there there'd be such amnesiacs about their own history that they'd go again, fall for that anti-immigrant line all over again? Now I'm being facetious. But now, looking at your political divide today, if I got it right, it's pretty much between the conservatives and the liberals. We had other names for these groups too, depending on who was doing the naming, which is how it often seems to go. But if I got it right, it pretty much comes down to where the conservatives have the values and the liberals have the agendas, which means the liberals want to do things that are of little or no value to those who have values, which would mean conservative values, which the conservatives will gladly tell you all about, usually in terms describing the people who do not have these values and what is wrong with them, by way of comparison. And not to say that the conservatives, in talking about their values all the time, are in any way elitist about them. For to be elitist about anything would make them liberals, and there's no way they're associating with those people. But now, I would offer to you that your great divide today is informed, at least in part, by the fact that your politics are tinged with religion today. Now, I know what you're thinking. Religion and politics, well, that's just a vestige of a bygone era, pure and simple. But I would offer to you that in your lifetime you have some political characters who are certifiably something or other. Now, going back a few years now, there was that fellow by the name of Robertson, the Reverend Robertson, who, not long after seeking the presidency of the United States, claimed that Hurricane Katrina was God's punishment on New Orleans for their loosey-goosey ways down there. I suppose it was easy to hear him say it since he broadcast it. I don't suppose if the Reverend had been president at the time of Katrina, he would have any use for what you call FEMA, because you wouldn't want to interfere with God's plan for New Orleans. But let's face it, those people down there are of a certain way, always have been. I figure it's the music. All that jazz and that Cajun and that Zydeco and what have you, just encouraging people to get on their feet and start moving in ways they might call dancing, but it's just so much acting out vertically of what they're thinking of doing horizontally, you know it is. I would offer to you that before God gets ornery with New Orleans again, the thing to do, the safe bet, would be just to ban all that music down there. Just ban it. Get with some music more pleasing to God's ear. Like, for example, some of those hymnals you might hear in a decent Baptist church. Play that every day and every night in New Orleans and see what happens. Of course, that might put quite a dent in the tourism industry down there. Then again, looking at where the music is heard on a decent basis, there have been enough Baptist churches from Oklahoma to Alabama that got blown over in these rashes of tornadoes to wonder if God's sense of geography has gone askew. Lastly, there's an issue that's on your minds a lot today, I know. It's on a lot of state ballots in one way or another. A lot of you are very polarized about it, I understand. Same-sex marriage, which I will admit to you would have been an unfathomable thing in my life and times. But speaking of the unfathomable, you had a fella recently seeking the presidency of the United States who claims that same-sex marriage is such an unnatural phenomenon that to open the door to it would soon lead people to want to start having sex with animals next. Well, it is written, God ordained man shall have dominion over all the creatures of the earth. Then he left it at that. I don't suppose if the Creator had any thoughts about the whole propriety of four-legged beings having sex with two-legged ones, he did not comment on the matter. But I would offer to you that the whole idea of erotic temptations between the humans and the canines or the felines or the marsupials or pachyderms or what have you is so very, very limited in scope and possibility as to not require any comment. I don't believe such a thought ever crossed the Creator's mind, not to mention the mind of any self-respecting animal. Now, how wanting to marry a person of the same gender would lead one to want to start having sex with creatures of different species would be the question. We might say that God works in mysterious ways. And so in trying to outdo him, Satan works in very mysterious ways. Or before a few thoughtful idiots among you managed to get onto your ballots a proposal that would ban all homosexual couples from adopting pets. And I'd say that if a few more politicians had a little more dominion over their own mental faculties, the rest of you wouldn't have to waste so much time and energy trying to fathom the unfathomable. Well, I understand you have a word for all of this. You call them the culture wars. As I understand it, you've been at them for some time now. I state the overly obvious in suggesting to you that these culture wars always have been and always will be a product of entrenched thinking by large groups of people towards other large groups of people over long periods of time. And I would offer to you that this also comes in a thing that is a very individual act, just as often. A simple individual act that can get repeated, multiplied 10 million times. Extrapolation. Taking some outward trapping or some small scrap of evidence and extrapolating it to form fully damning appraisals of persons the extrapolator does not personally know or may not even meet during the course of a lifetime. I believe we are all extrapolators to one degree or another. I certainly have demonstrated some of that here today. If there's any way out of this, I would offer to you it is where it has always been, with your young people. For prejudice, in whatever form it takes, is always a taught thing. And young people, being young, may not always follow what they're taught. Thank God for that.